Hello, YouTube community. This is going to be one of my first few pick-a-pile readings I think I've ever done on here specifically. If you are interested, I do a pick-a-pile reading on my Patreon that has more pile options. It's a little bit more in-depth, and I do them every week. So if you guys are interested, you can hop over to my Patreon to subscribe to that. The link is in my link tree for subscription options. Anywho, this, I don't know why, but I felt like doing this today, and I've been feeling pulled to post more content on here to begin with. So this is going to be a pick-a-pile reading for the YouTube community. I heard earlier this morning that I needed to do this pertaining to what is this person's intentions in my life or with me. Take it however it resonates, okay? But yeah, there's going to be 3 pile options. You can take some deep breaths. If you're immediately drawn to one, that's great. If not, pause it, take some deep breaths, and yeah, just kind of like allow your spiritual team and your intuition to guide you. You might be drawn to more than one pile, and that's okay, because there's probably more than one person in your energy field. But I'm not going to yap. We're just going to jump in. Remember that roles can be reversed in tarot, and these sorts of things are timeless, and they're not to be taken literally, okay? Anyway, I love y'all, and I'll catch you in whatever pile you choose. Hello babies, this is for those of you that chose pile number 1 or you were drawn to this particular tarot deck here. I think it's called like Eternal Tarot, but don't quote me. Any of the decks tarot wise that I use are probably listed on my Amazon storefront if you are interested in looking into this one. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into this reading and find out what this person's intentions are in your life or with you. Again, take it how it fits for you. As you can see, I'm holding 3 cards. I haven't even really looked at them. But they came out when I grabbed this oracle deck for this collective, so we're going to take a peek at what this is. But first, we're going to put on some music to set the tone. So the first song to come on is called Love in This Club, and it's by Usher. The songs are going to be in the description box below for any of the songs that play in each of the piles. They're going to be under, like, the song options, okay? But, let's see. So this says Protection. Then we have Loving Man. And then Spiritual Connection. So whoever this is for this collective, this person is, I'm hearing a protector, and like I'm hearing that saying like healers are meant to date protectors. This is someone very nurturing, regardless of their gender, because gender can be reversed in tarot, okay? So even though it says loving man, this could be a loving woman for you. This could just be a loving person. Take it how it resonates, okay? But I feel like this person's purpose in your life is to bring forward more protection and more consciousness to your spiritual side. This is someone that you share like a really deep spiritual bond with, is what they're showing me. And I feel like whether or not you're consciously aware of that, I'm not really sure, but like look at the cords that are like pulling each other. Like even when you're separated, you can feel one another's presence, is what I'm hearing. There could be telepathy between y'all. If it's not like physical telepathic communication, it could be like energetic. It could be emotional. Take it however it resonates, okay? But I feel like you and this person share like a really deep intimacy is all I keep hearing on repeat. And if this person hasn't entered into your life quite yet, they're gonna be quite soon, is what they're showing me. Like I'm hearing within the next 6 to 8. That could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. Take it however it resonates for you. But this is gonna be the type of connection that makes you understand why it didn't work with anyone else. I'm also seeing like kind of like a very gentle love. This person, like they're showing me this person's gonna put you in like your soft girl or your soft guy era, okay? Again, take that however it resonates. But what are this person's intentions in the collective's life? Yeah, look, the Lovers literally just came out. Something about a dual purpose, like you and this person could have a purpose together. You share some sort of a purpose. I did just hear for some of you in the limelight. Take that however it resonates, okay? Yeah, there's really fast-paced change coming in for this group. There could be a distance between you and this individual. Like you could live at a distance from one another. There could be travel involved here. Take it however it resonates, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we do have the 9 of Cups. So if you've been following me for a while, you already know how I feel about the bottom of the deck energy. If you're new here, one of the things that I find is the bottom of the deck's energy is kind of the overall vibe for the spread, which tends to make it really important. It tends to be the overall emphasis of the energy surrounding, okay? So I feel like this group, like, the energy that you're leading towards right now is very fulfilled. I feel like this person, honestly, I'm hearing wants to provide for you. They want to support you. And whatever that looks like, it doesn't just need to be financially speaking, okay? Like, this person could want to provide for you mentally or physically, emotionally, whatever. But I feel like this is a wish come true for a lot of this group. This is something that you've hoped and prayed for. Really big emphasis on this being spiritual. Something about genes. Something about a wishing well I just saw in my mind's eye. Interesting. I do feel like this is even more confirmation to these cards that we got over here with the spiritual connection energy. Like, the Lover's influence is really giving me the vibe that, like, you and this person share, like, a deep emotional and intimate bond, is what they're showing me. Now, what's interesting is some of you actually don't know this person. You either haven't met yet, or, like, the connection hasn't gotten off the ground. Like, there's something surrounding this that's, like, very new, but it's also familiar at the same time. It's kind of interesting. It's like you guys have this familiarity to each other, but, like, you don't know each other on a deep level. And I feel like part of the reason there's this familiar aspect is because you have some sort of past life connection with this person. There's some sort of, like, deep soul bond that stems beyond the present, if that makes sense. It beyond the 3D is what they just showed me as well. So for some of you, you've been receiving a lot of, like, communication with this person in your dream space. Maybe they're communicating with you about what's going on in their life. Maybe they're communicating how they feel. I don't know. Take it however it resonates for you, because these are collective, right? But I feel like this person is, like, opening up. There's something about, like, a creativity being sparked here as well with this well energy. I do feel like you and this person are shifting into an alignment, especially because the 8 of Wands also symbolizes alignment energy, and, like, the Lovers is all about your values aligning. So I feel like another reason why this connection is going to be different from anything you've ever experienced is because of that. Like, you and this person have the same values. You see the world very similarly, and I feel like this was something you've either never experienced in your past connections, or it never ran that deep in your past connections, okay? Like, take it however it fits for you, but with, I don't know, I'm hearing the arrows of love on repeat with this 8 of Wands influence. I feel like there's just really fast-paced movement coming forward. I am also hearing the term love at first sight for this collective, so, like, this person fell in love with you the second they met you, is what I'm hearing. Regardless of what that looked like, too. Like, for some of you, it was, like, across a crowded bar. For others of you, like, you met through friends. Like, take it how it resonates for you. But this person, like, truly felt like you were love at first sight. Like, you were made for them. And I feel like their intentions are actually quite pure. But I do feel like there is some cloudedness here. Okay, so take that how it resonates for you. But whatever changes are occurring in this energy, it's coming in really quickly. And I do feel guided to mention with that 8 of Wands influence, it can actually symbolize travel. So there could be a significance to traveling to one another. Maybe you guys live at a distance from each other. I don't know, take it how it resonates. The song Simple Things by Miguel. Yeah, this person wants someone real. They want something true. They want something authentic. They want something pure. And I feel like in the past, they weren't able to give that. Like, either in the past, you couldn't give that to them, or they were not ready for it. Take it however it resonates. But something has shifted in this person that's making them realize that, like, they want that with you. I feel like this person is willing to put in the work. This individual's energy is very, like, hardworking. It's very, like, stable, is what they're telling me. Now, when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, he's very slow-moving energy. So I feel like this has taken a very long time to manifest. Something about rice crackers. I feel like this has been a very slow-moving, like, the ball hasn't really moved kind of influence. And I feel like part of the reason why is because this person was taking their time. There was things you guys had to learn. Yeah, especially because now they're pulling me to this influence here. So there were lessons that you and this person both had to learn individually instead of connected, if that makes sense. Like, something about that TikTok sound where he's, like, interlinked. He says that, like, over and over again. There could be something important about that. But I feel like you and this person both had to go through some sort of spiritual trial in order to recognize whatever this is representative of with that 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups speaks of regret. It speaks of disappointment. It speaks of lingering sadness. And I feel like you both had some of this from childhood trauma, as well as, like, whatever past relationships you hadn't fully faced. And I feel like whatever unfolded in the energy between the two of you, it manifested this way so that you could both go inward. You could both face these aspects of your shadows so that you could find healing and common ground in the future. And I feel like a big part of what happened for this collective is you went through some sort of a spiritual ascension, and the spiritual ascension that you dealt with helped you to connect more to your guides, helped you to connect more to, like, your roots, is what they're showing me. And this helped you to see things for what they were versus what your ego wanted them to be in the past. And part of this had to do with this energy here. For some of you, there was, like, a really deep rejection wound that you were struggling to acknowledge or process. And I feel like whatever happened in the energy between you and this person, it brought all of that back up to the surface so that you could finally heal it and move forward. And I feel like with the Hierophant here, like, there is a lot of spiritual wisdom that has been handed down to this collective from their ancestors, and it's the same on both sides of this energy. That's why you have a spiritual connection, because you and this person both have some sort of like powerful spiritual abilities and gifts. Some of you are light workers, some of you are healers, which makes sense because I started this by saying like I'm hearing that like healers have to date protectors kind of energy. So I feel like you and this person, like, you're very protective of each other, but you're also very spiritual, like both of you. And I feel like one of the things that you both kind of shied away from was embracing those elements of yourself. So there was like a fear of intimacy, there was a fear of being seen, there was a fear of being ridiculed or judged for what you believe in. And I feel like this is something that, like, they're showing me a chain breaking. So this is something that you've been breaking free from, and I feel like you had to do that on your own in order for it to be fully solidified in your present. Something about a black dog is significant, and black dogs are symbolic of Hecate. I do believe, don't quote me on that though, but maybe do some research into them. I don't know, there could be a significance to a black dog in general. Maybe you want to look up its spiritual symbolism or something. But I feel like there is some sort of communication coming through from this individual. However, they are showing up as like a mix between two knights and the King of Swords, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like at the same time, I don't love the King of Swords because he can be a little bit too logic based. However, I feel like because this person has these two other knights in their energy field, it's like, even though this person has a lot of logical thinking that's blocking their pathway forward, there's an element of them that's willing to put in the work to kind of like break through that, okay? And the other aspect of this, I feel like this person's very intelligent. They're very intellectual, and like this is something that you two could have bonded over. Maybe that's why they're attracted to you. And I'm hearing that term demisexual. But I feel like whatever opportunity is coming in for this collective, it's because of the work that you've been putting into yourself at the end of the day. What we just talked about over here, right? And I feel like this person's coming forward. It's kind of interesting. If you look at the Page of Cups imagery, he's like handing a cup out. And I feel like that's exactly what this is going to be. Like, this person's going to come forward with some sort of offer for you. It might be a little bit creative in nature because the Page of Cups can symbolize creativity. But I feel like whatever this is representative of, it's definitely going to pique your curiosity. It's like, whatever this person offered you, it's going to be like exactly what you need to kind of like jump, is what they're showing me. Now I do like to mention, sometimes when the Page of Cups comes up in a reading, yes, it symbolizes communication and messages, but sometimes those are more intuitive in nature. And like, they're showing me a very thin veil between like this collective and their spiritual team right now. So take that however it resonates for you, but like, part of what they're showing me is the message that you receive might be more intuitive in nature. Maybe you're going to hear something in a song, or someone's going to tell you something in passing, or like someone connected to them is going to give you some confirmation of something. I don't know, take it however it resonates for you. For a smaller group of you, I do see this being in like the 5D. So there's some sort of communication, some sort of message that this person's going to show you either in a dream space or during a meditation, is what they just showed me, okay? Regardless of whatever this looks like, this is actually going to bring forward a lot of clarity to this collective's mind when it comes to the connection that you share with this person. And I feel like it's going to help you shift into a more powerful position within yourself. Now, the other thing I do want to mention with the King of Swords influence, there's truth here, okay? So I feel like whatever messages come forward, whether this is intuitive or direct, whatever messages come forward, it's going to bring forward a lot of truth and clarity in the situation that you share with this individual. For a lot of you, I actually feel like this person's going to confess how they feel, but I don't want you to attach to that because it may not manifest the way you think, is what they're guiding me to say. But yeah, then we have the Ace of Wands with the Knight of Swords. There's really fast-paced energy here because the Knight of Swords is also very quick acting. He's very action-oriented. Now, I do like to remind clients as well as the collective, when this kind of energy comes through, the Knight of Swords can be very wishy-washy and very in-and-out behavior. So yes, he can come through really quickly because he acts on impulse often. I feel like even though that's the case, like he's coming in really fast and there's rapid movement, you need to be mindful of that because he might kind of like shy away really quickly as well. And Spirit's saying, even though there is growth and new opportunities that are going to manifest in this connection, there is still some work that this person needs to do surrounding their maturity. Specifically, surrounding their, intimacy issues is what they just showed me. I feel like this person either struggles with intimacy, they have a fear of being, like, intimate, they have a fear of, like, opening up their heart, is what they're showing me. So even though they're going to be taking action towards you, there's a need for you to kind of, like, they're showing me taking a step back and seeing things from every angle. Confirmation. If your intuition feels like this person's in the right mindset, excuse me, confirmation. If your intuition tells you that like this person wants to grow with you, if your intuition tells you to stick it out, then trust that. But if you feel any off vibrations, if you feel anything that's telling you the opposite, you need to listen to what your gut instinct is telling you, okay? At the end of the day, I feel like this collective needs to really trust their gut, because you have powerful gifts when it comes to your spirituality and like your intuition. Like, you're a very spiritual being, and I feel like this is something that like you're learning about yourself in this moment. Yeah, there's some sort of regeneration happening for this collective. There could have been an actual death in this energy. Perhaps this person lost someone or you lost someone. Take it how it resonates. If it's not a literal death, there could be more of a metaphorical death where you're both shedding old layers of yourselves. I feel like the transition and the change that you're experiencing is helping you both to find more balance within yourselves and in your life. And like, I feel like whatever this is representative of with that death influence, it's bringing forward such a powerful rebirth that's helping you both see this energy here. And then I'm also hearing something about forgiveness. So part of what this collective needs to learn is how to forgive whatever happened in the past in this energy, or even yourself, okay? Because for some of you, I feel like this is new. This is someone you don't know quite yet. Again, take it however it resonates, but there's a need for patience in this energy as well. And remember that moderation and balance is the key to a happier lifestyle. Something about a yin and yang symbol. I'm also seeing like a peacock feather. I don't know. I just ultimately work here. Yeah, there's so much happiness coming towards this collective. So much success and abundance. Like, there's a very warm and powerful energy in this presence. And I feel like it's because this person and you are finally allowing for whatever wasn't working to crumble. There's something about a red string theory that could be significant. They're also showing me like grounding energy is going to be really important moving forward. Yeah, I feel like something about this winter season is going to be significant for this group. Honestly, for a lot of you, that's when the transformation is really going to take place in this energy, is when the winter really fully flourishes. I don't know, man. I just work here. We also have the turtle energy, so this is a reminder to slow down, okay? Remember that everything happens when it's meant to, not when we want it to. The more you rush, the more you push it away, okay? There could be some sort of a delay in this energy. And this actually says summertime. I thought that said winter. Interesting. So there could be a significance to either the summer that just passed or the one that's coming. I told you, this person has pure intentions. So for those of you that are just curious what this person's intentions are, if you've already met this individual, if you didn't really want to know that much about it, this person has pure intentions towards you, okay? They're real, they're genuine, it's authentic, is what I'm hearing. For some of you, I did just hear this time, okay? So, like, maybe this is, like, I just heard third time's the charm, so, like, maybe this is something you've tried to invest into more than once, and it just didn't work out. I'm now tasting cinnamon hearts. Yeah, this person's about to, like, sweep you off your feet, guys, like, whoever this is wants to show you that chivalry isn't dead. They want to woo you. They want to court you. They're like, this person's ready for love. Honestly, for some of you, this isn't going to manifest until the summertime that's coming, because there's a really big rebirth unfolding in the winter. It could even be as soon as the spring for a small group of you, but remember not to attach, because like time is fluid when it comes to this sort of thing, and things will happen when they're supposed to, not when you want them to. Yeah, there's some sort of a recklessness that's being like brought into balance is what they're showing me, okay? So like either you or this person could have been stuck in a self-destructive path as of lately, where you were very much deceiving yourself about what you wanted, about your true desires. Honestly, it feels more like this other individual than this collective, but it could have been a little bit of both. Regardless of whatever this was representative of, I feel like this is shifting. Because there's more balance in the energy than ever before, is what they just said. Yeah, this had to do with this person or you struggling with addictions, okay? So I feel like in the past, one of you was very much stuck in an unhealthy pattern. This unhealthy pattern you were stuck in involved attachments, obsession, addictions. Oh my gosh, I can't talk all of a sudden. So like some of you could have had addictions to gambling or substances or food or sexual connections or corn. You know what I mean? Like I feel like whatever shift is manifesting in this collective, it's shifting because you're recognizing this element. And again, if this isn't you, this is this person. Yeah, look, as this comes out, there's inner peace here. So Spirit's saying, like, the more you release the past, the more enriching future comes towards you. And for a lot of you, I feel like this person is walking away from these addictive cycles, from these toxicities, from the reckless energy that they've been embodying, because they're ready to devote themselves to you. They're ready to be loyal. But this collective, like, you're being guided to surrender. You're being guided to relinquish control and just allow the universe to take over. There could be some sort of celebration coming forward in the near future, is what I just heard. Some of you, there's something about, like, either, I'm seeing two different things here. So I'm seeing your birthday. I don't know when that is. Depending on when it is, could be sooner than later for some of y'all. or Valentine's Day for some of you could be important this year. And remember that, like, this is collective, so it's very dependent on the energy between y'all and where this person is at. But, like, I feel like this person's currently going through a cycle of healing. There is a loneliness in this energy, and I feel like you're both very withdrawn. You're both very, like, detached. But there's a need for it right now, is what they just said, okay? Yeah. Because there's something that needs to be faced surrounding some sort of insecurity, surrounding some sort of addiction or deceptive energy. Honestly, for some of you, this person's illusions surrounding their own addiction and their own issues cause them to gravitate towards a third-party connection. And I feel like right now they're in the process of breaking free from that, and it's about them taking time for themselves. Like, I'm hearing the term me time. Remember that there's no need to rush. Enjoy being in your own moment, being present, and being with yourself. And I feel like the more this collective does that, the more naturally everything else is going to manifest. But if you just came here to find out what this person's intentions are with the connection with you, or just in general in your life, this person has pure intentions towards you. All right? Anyway, that's what I have for pile number 1. I hope that helps whoever it's meant for. And remember, the songs are in the description box below. If you do feel called to look them up, you definitely can. The one that's playing right now as we end off this portion is Take You Back by Russ and Kehlani. So this definitely could be someone that you share some sort of past energy with. Anyway, I love y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. Hello, babies. This is for those of you that chose pile number 2, or you were drawn to the Actual Tarot deck. I don't know what YouTube lets me say. So basically, this one's 18 plus. I'm just gonna start that, and I'm not gonna go like super in depth with the 18 plus aspect because, again, I don't really know what YouTube will censor and what it won't. But yeah, this one is definitely 18 plus energy. So you and this person either had a very 18 plus kind of dynamic, or there's something significant about that kind of energy between y'all. I don't know. Okay, but we're gonna look into what this person's intentions are in your life. I'm also being called to use this deck as well when we're done with the other oracle, which is interesting because I don't use this very often. Something about like shedding, like your hair you could be shedding a lot right now. I don't know. It's also making me think of like shedding old layers, or like shedding your skin, like a snake shedding its skin, letting go of the past, something along those lines. All right, so as always, we're going to put some music on, and the songs will be in the description box below underneath the songs option, and it'll be under each pile. That's, you know what I'm trying to say. The first one for this group is called Saturn, and it's by SZA. So for some of you, this person could have been a karmic in your life. This could have been a very karmic relationship that you had with this individual. Or this person's receiving some sort of karma for what happened in the past between y'all. Take it however it resonates, but let's see. Pile number 2. What is this person's intentions? This person's incredibly stubborn. They're showing me like really big Aries energy. Like literally the Justice card. So they're showing me really big Aries energy, but also Capricorn, because in my opinion, those two signs are the notoriously most stubborn. This person could have like a sun in one of those and the moon in the other. So like a sun in Aries and a moon in Capricorn, or like you know what I'm trying to say. Could be the other way around as well. Interesting. I stand by what I said. This person could be receiving some sort of karma, especially because the Justice card just came out here. And I do feel like this person wants to, like, I'm hearing the term right a past wrong with this collective, but there's still a lot of conflicting energy here. So I don't really know how I feel about it. We'll find out, I guess, in the cards. The bottom of the deck's influence is the 8 of Pentacles, and if I cover this one spot, there's, like, no other nudity. Can we talk about how, like, he's handing her a rose? In, like, most of these images, this person's trying to gift you something. So, like, I feel like for a lot of you, you have either moved on from this, or like you are in the process of it, you're detaching from this person, and they want to win you back, okay? Like, honestly, I hate to say this, but this is definitely, for the majority of you, this is an ex, and if you don't want to hear about an ex-partner or a past situationship, I would choose pile 1 or 2, or, sorry, pile 1 or 3. There's a reason I said 1 or 2, maybe you were also drawn to pile number 1, I don't know. There's also something about, like, intertwined, so, like, those of you that were drawn to pile number 1 and this one, this person is definitely an ex of yours, and you could have met pile number 1, the person from that pile. You could have met them through this person, is what I'm hearing. So, like, another reason why this person, like, I'm telling y'all, for a lot of you, this person was a karmic partner for you, and they were supposed to wake you up spiritually. They introduced you to your true person, to your true counterpart, whether that's a soulmate in your mind or a twin flame. Those are just titles at the end of the day. whoever this person is, they definitely introduced a lot of you to that person. That's not for everybody, okay? That's not everybody's message, but for some of you, that's definitely the case in this situation, which could be why this person wants you back so bad. I don't know. It's like, they're showing me, like, two kids, like, fighting over a toy on a playground. You know what I mean? Like, no, this is my toy. No, this is mine. Like, it's something like that. I don't feel like pile number one is getting involved in that stuff. Like, that person, when I say that, like, whoever that person was we tapped into, I don't feel like they're getting in that kind of vibe. This person is, though. Because this person has a lot more immaturity. And I don't really feel like this person wants to work on themselves the same way that pile number one's person wanted to. Okay, but there's a reason that I feel the energy is very intertwined. Okay. The song The Take by Tory Lanez and Chris Brown. Yeah, for a lot of you, this was a spicy connection. And honestly, you own this person spicily. That's not a word, but like, y'all know what I mean. Like I'm hearing the term unmatched freak, okay? Like, you brought a level of spiciness into this person's life when it came to the bedroom that, like, they have never been able to replicate. A lot of y'all are probably, like, closeted freaks, or, like, maybe you're open freaks. I don't know, take it how it resonates, but this person, like, I'm also hearing a bit possessive over that side of you, so, like, I'm hearing you better not give that anybody else, like, anyway. This is definitely an ex, like, point blank period. Yeah, and then we have the moon with the lovers. Interesting. This person's definitely going through something right now. Also, for some of you, the top you give is astronomical, is what I just heard. I do feel like you and this person have really good chemistry in the bedroom. But I feel like that's pretty much where the relationship ended, if that makes sense. Like, I'm hearing, like, this is the only thing you guys really got right. Because, again, like, I'm telling you, this is definitely an ex. This is someone you dated for either a long-term or, like, a short fling. But it was someone that you had a relatively serious relationship with. And I feel like they're dealing with something in their current reality. This person honestly wants to, like, for some of you, this person's going to try to propose to you. Like, I'm literally seeing them getting down on one knee and, like, begging for your forgiveness. They're also showing me, like, an imagery of someone wrapping their hands around someone's waist and, like, crying into their, like, stomach area, being like, please forgive me. This person, for a small group of you, could be going through their own spiritual awakening because, like I said already, like, I feel like this person's purpose in this collective's life was to wake them up, spiritually speaking. And I feel like that happened. Whatever happened in the past and the energy between the two of y'all, it definitely woke this group up on a deep-ass level. And I feel like whatever is unfolding in this person's life, it's reflecting that same energy back to them. But I don't feel like this person has the same kind of pure intentions that pile number one's person had. Now, I'm not saying they have bad intentions, but, like, this person, they're really immature. Because they're coming up as two knights, and they're coming up as two knights that I don't love either. So, like, I also feel like there's something being kept hidden here. This person could even have a third party. I'm now picking that up. So, like, for some of you, this person's, like, it's so weird because, like, you own this individual's heart, okay? You also own their actual stuff. But I feel like this person has a third party. Like, they have a partner that they have probably been with since the day y'all split, is what I'm hearing for some of you. This person has an inability to be alone, is what they're showing me. And I feel like there's definitely something that this person is keeping, like, in cahoots? What? This person's keeping something secret from you, but for some of you, be mindful of them, like, working with someone else to, like, plot against you. I don't know why I just heard in cahoots with, but take that however it resonates. I can't really show you guys the cards that I'm seeing because 90% of these have way too much nudity to even try to cover them out. But I feel like with this moon's influence in the 5 of Cups here, like, one, they're regretting something that happened in the past. So maybe this is more past energy that they kept things from you. They were very secretive. There was a lot of illusions in the energy. And I feel like, especially surrounding, like, honestly, this person could have cheated on you a lot. Like, when you were together, this person could have been, like, sleeping with other people behind closed doors. They could have been talking to other women or men behind your back. Like, there was just something about how this person was very non-committal when you two were in connection. And I feel like this, honestly, for those of you that this person got into a relationship right after you broke up, it's because that person was always there. Yikes. But you were struck, like, you struck this person by, like, struck by Cupid is coming through, like, you outweigh everybody else. You outweigh all the options. One card that I can show you is the Queen of Cups. Like, you are not only very attractive to this person, you're very nurturing, you're very comforting. Like, there's something about you that this person has always admired. They know that they can trust you. They know that you're loyal. They know that you're going to give to them what they need. Honestly, for some of you in the past, not only was this a very actual connection, but I feel like this person could have taken advantage of that kindness that you have, that compassionate energy you hold. And I feel like one of the things that this person's recognizing about you in this moment is how emotionally stable you are. And part of the reason they're seeing that is because, one, they're tapping more into their own intuition, which is kind of cool. But two, whoever they're currently with in this karmic sense, they're seeing the difference. I'm hearing the term night and day. Like, they're recognizing the difference between you and the karmic that they're currently connected to. And they're seeing, like, they're seeing the maturity difference specifically and the emotional regulation difference. So, like, the example that they're giving me is the person that they're currently with could actually bring forward a lot of the energy that they gave you, if that makes sense, which karmic justice galore. But I feel like one of the things that this person is recognizing about the difference between the two of you is that, one, you brought this person a ton of happiness when you were together. Like, they're honestly even showing me like a therapy session with this, where this person, like, their therapist being like, hey, when was the last time you were happy? And then, maybe even a friend, and then being like, oh, well, when I was with so-and-so. And I feel like, one, that kind of surprised this person, but two, it helped them to kind of look at things on a different level, like a deeper level is what they're showing me. And the deeper level that it helped them with was to start to recognize that the person they're currently connected to doesn't have balance in their emotions. So they go from like 0 to 100 and they get triggered really easily. And then instead of processing that trigger, they project it onto the people around them. And there's something about projecting it onto this person's kid. I don't know. There could be a significance to that. Like, that's a huge red flag. But I feel like whoever you're connected to didn't see that in the past. It could even be your kid too. Like, maybe this is your baby daddy or your baby mama. Like, I don't know, take it however it resonates. But there's something about how there could be a child in the middle of this for some of you. Those of you that this is your child that's involved in this situation, know that this person is keeping them very protected from whatever this third party energy is trying to do. Like, they're never around it, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, they don't want you to fear for your child's safety whatsoever because your child is safe. But I feel like, yeah, there's just, and honestly, for some of you, like, this wasn't your kid. It's like, you could have been a step parent to this child, and like, the third party that's involved is envious of how attached the kid is to you. I don't know, that's a weird energy to tap into. Yeah, there's some sort of justice being served here, though. Now, for some of you, I do feel like this person's very much in their head, especially about how to come forward, is what I just heard. Because we do have, like, the Lovers here and the Queen of Cups. Like, I feel like this person, regardless of what happened in the past, they want to right the past. They want to fix it. They want to, like, at least apologize to you and, like, have you gain some semblance of closure from it. Because a lot of you are probably going to close the door on this connection. There is a potential to open it back up if that's what you choose to do. But, like, I do feel like this person still has a lot of work to do on themselves. I feel like they have a lot of maturity issues. I almost just said mental health issues. So, like, that could correlate. This person just has grunt work they need to do internally surrounding their shadow. And I feel like this is something they're starting to do, because I do see either they're actively in therapy or they're doing more self-discovery kind of work. Maybe they're not going to therapy, but maybe they're journaling, or maybe they're meditating, or they're doing practices that are helping them to tap in. Whatever this is, it's because of the karmic justice that they're receiving. Like, their life has literally been put on hold, is what they just showed me. Yeah, the line in the song just said, just trying to get my head right. The songs are in the description box below. So this person's going through something, and I am hearing the term spiritual awakening, and I feel like this spiritual awakening is causing them to kind of, like, reflect upon a lot of stuff from their past as well as their present. And as they're doing that, they're recognizing some truth about who you are versus who the people they put above you are. So for some of you, this was the type of energy. They are showing me, like, a heavily masculine vibration. Like, I'm talking, like, toxic masculinity, wannabe alpha male kind of energy. But this doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Gender is fluid. But I'm seeing when you were connected to this person, they would always put other women or other men above you. Maybe you were the brunt of their jokes. Maybe you were constantly made out to be the bad guy. Maybe you were the villain in this person's life. Maybe this person made you out to be really insecure and, like, made you out to be something that you actually weren't. And they would always put other people above you. So they were always drawn to, like, women or men that perceived something that they actually weren't. Like, there's a humongous difference between you and the people they dated versus, like, egotistical versus authentic is all I keep hearing. And I feel like one of the things that's humbling this person is that truth. Like, this individual is truly recognizing the difference between you and the karmic energies that they've engaged with. Like, you and the people they've been with are night and day. You're confident in yourself. You know who you are. You're not afraid to be seen. You're not afraid to be known. Like, this collective, like, you really are the Queen of Cups. And I feel like a lot of the people that they've dated, either after you, during you, or prior to you, they would compare you to them, even while you were with them. And in the past, when they would compare you, it would be the other people outweighing you. Whereas now it's the opposite, because they're seeing the truth. And for a lot of you, part of the reason that this person is seeing the truth of who you are versus who these karmics are is because they're going through, like, a really big ego death. Like, a really big ego death. And this ego death is causing them to go inward. It's causing them to face an element of their shadow that I feel like they were running from for quite some time. Something about having more faith. Maybe this person's gaining more faith. Maybe they're trusting in spirit a little bit more. I don't know. There is still some conflicting energy here. But it's interesting because, like, even in this imagery, there's not a lot of nudity, so I'll show it. Even in this imagery of the Five of Swords, he looks very, like this, honestly, for a lot of you, you're the love of this person's life. And if you choose to close the door on this relationship, you will forever be the one that got away. But even though there's conflict here, this person's still completely, like, engulfed in you. But I do feel like they're very, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this person feels like they're very, like, detached right now from their emotions. I don't know. I do feel some sort of an apology coming forward, and they just showed me the springtime in my mind's eye. So, like, for some of you, this person might communicate with you in the spring and apologize for whatever happened between y'all when you were younger. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this is someone you've known the majority of your adult life, is what they're showing me. This is someone who, like, definitely made you, I don't know how else to explain this, but feel like crap about yourself. And, like, I feel like this was the younger version of you, because the older version of you now realizes that nobody can make you feel that way. But there's something significant about this previously, okay? Like, and I'm telling y'all, like, Cupid struck an arrow on this person when it comes to you. Now they're showing me, like, a laser focus and, like, coming towards you. I feel like this person's about to take some sort of a risk. This person could have been struggling with a gambling addiction. Something about the number 6. Yeah, we do have nostalgic. I feel like this person's been deeply nostalgic over this connection and over you. Like, they've been in a deep reflection period. And honestly, for some of you, it's because they are going through such a deep level of healing. Some of you, this does involve their spirituality in some capacity. Others of you, it's just like, it's normal healing, if you will. Normal. Take it however it resonates. But for the majority of you, I do feel like this involves a spiritual element as well. Because we do also have the Twin Flame card coming out. Now, please remember that that's ultimately just a title, okay? You can have a spiritual connection with anyone, but, like, perhaps this person and you share some sort of a twin energy. Maybe they're seeing that truth. Yeah, there's a loneliness here. They're bringing me back to that random message I just said about how this person was either talking to a friend of theirs or their therapist, and, like, the person said, like, oh, when were you happy? Like, can you think back to a time in your life when you were the happiest? And this person thought about it, and immediately they were like, oh, it was when I was with so-and-so, like you, the viewer. And I feel like this person, since that moment happened, has been heavily nostalgic over you. They've been thinking about you. They might have even been talking about you a lot. Yeah, there's some sort of an apology coming forward. Okay, this person could be coming forward to communicate. For some of you, they are going to gift you one of your favorite things. Like, for some of you, this is your favorite flower. For others of you, this is roses. For others of you, it's like a literal item that you love. Like, I don't know, there's something very sentimental about whatever they do, though. And the reason they can do this is because they're someone from your past. This is someone from your past. I do feel like they are doing some sort of shadow work here. It's interesting because, like, while I feel like... Interesting, I didn't even notice I was flipped. So it's intriguing to me because I feel like on one hand, this person still has work to do on themselves. They still have to mature and they still have to evolve. But I feel like their intentions towards you are not necessarily bad. But I'm also hearing they're not necessarily good either. They're very, like, Switzerland kind of energy. It's very neutral. So I feel like it's going to be very dependent on the collective. So, like, I think I said this in pile 1 too. Like, if your intuition tells you that this person is in an okay vibration to, like, maybe become friends, then trust that. I do feel like for no matter what, if you choose to allow this person back into your life, you need to establish a friendship first. And make sure you're setting and maintaining boundaries for yourself, okay? This person wants to fight for this. I'll fight until my dying breath is what I just heard, which is so dramatic, but okay. Yeah, this is what I mean. I feel like you and this person had a casual, actual connection in the past. It could have been like a no strings attached. It could have been like a fling. What did I just tell y'all? Spirit's really encouraging this group to build a friendship with this person before rushing. Don't rush into it. Establish a foundation. Especially because y'all don't really know each other anymore, is what I'm hearing. We also have slow down, especially if you are the one doing some shadow work. Remember that it's important to calm your energy. There is no need to rush. Take your time, okay? For a small group of you, there is a mild warning here that the third party that they've been involved with might come to you on some, whatty, especially because it's going on top of that fighting energy. So, like, this third party might try to, like, physically fight you or come at you with drama. Because for some of you, this third party is going to blame you for whatever unfolds in the connection between the two of them instead of recognizing the toxicity in the dynamic. Or, like, I don't know, there's something about playing the victim in this energy, okay? And for a lot of you, the dynamic between them was strictly sexual. Like, they might have, like, I don't know how else to explain this, but they might have had, like, a superficial kind of relationship on social media. So, like, maybe they lived together, maybe they posted that they were happy and in love, but in reality, like, you always felt that wasn't true. It was very strictly sexual. There is a literal hawk circling my apartment complex. And I live in a populated area, so that's kind of crazy. I just looked out the window and saw it. There is an ending. Like, I'm telling you, they're walking away from this karmic. They're leaving these karmic cycles behind, is what I just heard. For some of you, you know that because you can feel her energy or his energy. You can feel this third party, like, attacking you on a deep-ass level because, again, like, this person's blaming you. There was some sort of a choice that this person just made. So honestly, for a lot of you, this third party feels rejected, but part of what's unfolding in the energy between the two of them is this is ascension for them, okay, for this third party. Spirit is saying, like, it is important, in my personal opinion, forgiveness is critical in order to heal yourself, okay? If you can forgive someone and not let them back into your life, and I feel like this person is going to come forward for forgiveness, and it's ultimately going to be up to you on whether or not you want to accept them back in. Something about 2016 or 2017 could be important. Yeah, there was a very tough beginning here, but it had to happen this way. I honestly feel like there was a lot of lust. There's a lot of, like, this is what I mean, like, this energy is so weird. There was a lot of lustful energy between y'all in the past, and I feel like in the past this person definitely made you out to be a strictly sexual connection, but they were fronting. Like, they weren't showing you their truth. They were masking their feelings because when you left their life, it felt empty. Like, this literally says, I feel empty without you. You're the spotlight to my heart. And I said that in the reading itself. Like, honestly, if you feel like this person's still in the same vibration from when you split or when you left, then trust that. But I feel like for a lot of you, this person is growing. Like, they're trying to, at least, okay? And, like, this card says, I'm not saying sexual is all I want, but I want your touch. This person is longing for you in a spicy way. Now I'm hearing they can't get into it with their third party. So, like, for my traditional men, they can't, get it, for women, they can't, okay? I tried to keep that as PG as friggin' possible. When will you let me in? For you, I will. You seem disinterested. These are going to be more, like, self-interpreted. I like when you're in control. I don't feel good enough. This person has some, like, insecurity issues. Honestly, that's probably why this relationship didn't work out. They felt like you were too good for them. Why don't you trust me? Who else are you getting with? The irony. Like, they have a right. What else do we have for this pile, please? I can't control myself. I feel like this person's about to pop up for some of you. Like, they can't hold back any longer, is what I just heard. I want everyone to see. I want everyone to see us. Immediately spicy energy. Someone said they got with you. This really triggered that person. Love at first sight. And you are my type. This could have been something that some of you had some insecurities pertaining to. Maybe you felt like you weren't this person's type. Maybe you don't look like their normal go-to. But I feel like that's in itself kind of proves that you are, is what I'm hearing. Because the people that they would normally date reflected some... Honestly, for some of you, they look straight up like their mother. For others of you, it reflected someone that they dated that it was really traumatic. And they were just, like, searching for that healing. You know what I mean? I won't stay away. This person's going to be popping up, I'm telling y'all. Anyway, the song that just came on is called Let Me Love You by Ariana Grande. The songs are, of course, in the description box below. And with this one, I'm feeling really neutral energy. So, like, I don't feel that they necessarily have bad intentions, but I don't feel that they necessarily have pure intentions either. I feel like this collective is really going to need to listen to what their intuition tells them when this person pops up. Anyway, that's what I have for y'all. I hope that helps, and I'll catch y'all on the last one. Right. Last but certainly not least, this is for those of you that chose pile number 3, for what are this person's intentions in your life or towards you. Whenever I'm drawn to the tattoo tarot, for those of you that are new or have never seen me before, whenever I'm drawn to the tattoo tarot, it's always an indication to me that tattoos are of significance. So either you have tattoos, this person has tattoos, one of you does and one of you doesn't. And for a small group of you, there's something about being either a tattoo apprentice or a potential tattoo artist that could be important as well. But anyway, that's not really as important as the rest. We're going to go ahead and hit the vibe for the music, and then we will jump right into the reading and find out. Something about, like, Emperor energy. So for some of you, this person is rather mature for their age, is what I just heard as well. For some of you, they could be younger than you. The song 24 Hours by A Boogie featuring Little Durk. The songs are going to be in the description box below for those of you that feel called to look them up. All right. What do we have for pile number 3 for one of this person's intentions in my viewer's life? Interesting. King of Cups. I already like this person's energy way more than any of the other piles. I'm not going to deny that. This person is much more mature than what I have felt. But there is something blocking this, is immediately what I'm picking up on. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I might have spoke too soon. Yee. This person's hiding something. Some sort of pain. They could be hiding this from you. They could be hiding it from themselves. It could be a little bit of both, honestly. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Hanged Man. So if you're new here, the bottom of the deck energy is the overall vibe for your spread today, which is a really, really important energy, okay? So when the Hanged Man shows up in a reading, it's an indication that there's no movement here. For some of you, I do like this person's energy, but I feel like their darkness outweighs their light is the unfortunate truth in this influence. For a lot of you, this person's really struggling with some mental health issues that could be causing them to gravitate towards substances or addictions. And it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to let go of this person. It's time for you to surrender. It's time for you to release it. And trust that if this is meant for you, it will always find its way back to you. But for the majority of you, I feel like this connection served its purpose. I feel like it taught you what you needed to know. Now, I don't feel this person has great intentions, to be totally honest with you. And it's crazy because I talked about in the beginning, like, I thought I liked this person's energy. So for some of you, this person's energy confuses you because on one hand, you can see the light. You can see how positive this could be. You can see the beauty behind this person's darkness. But I feel like, again, like, their dark outweighs the light. And with this, they're bringing me back to that Hanged Man. There's definitely no movement here. There's definitely probably no communication for a lot of you. If there is communication, it's very minimal. And I feel like it's because you need to release this. You need to be more open to a new perspective on who this person truly is behind their mask. Because ultimately, I feel like this person is wearing a false mask, and I feel like they're really struggling to take it off, is what they're showing me. Now, I'm not saying, like, this person is a horrendous person. Like, I don't feel like they're intentionally bad, but I feel like this person has some issues within themselves. I'm hearing the term insecurities and trauma. Okay, so this person has a lot of wounding that they're not acknowledging. And when they come into your life, they kind of, like, project onto you in a way. Now, for others of you, it's not that deep, and it's more so, like, this person will come into your life to, like, I'm sensing a collective of healers here, okay? And I feel like because you're such a healing presence, this person will come to you to kind of, like, fix their broken pieces, but, like, this individual needs to do the work on themselves. And I unfortunately don't see that happening. You know what they're showing me? This imagery of someone who, like, thinks that they're, I don't want to say all that in a bag of chips. Like, this person's ego is pretty big. So, like, part of the reason why I was feeling this person is, like, very, like, mature is because that's how they perceive themselves. But in reality, like, they're not, if that makes sense. It's almost like, I am hearing the term delusion. So, like, this person could be in a pretty delusional based energy at this point in their life, where they think that they're, again, like, all that in a bag of chips, like, they're the catch. But in reality, like, this person has some severe addiction issues. They have some severe trauma that they're not acknowledging. Like, the line in this song literally says, "The devil is knocking at my door." This person could even have an entity or something like that attached to them. I did just hear "sold my soul." Like, I don't know, take that however it resonates, but I do feel like it's interesting because this person has potential. So for some of you, you fell in love with the potential of who this person could be versus who they really are. And I feel like one of the things that's coming to light for this collective is that truth. Now, there is some lingering disappointment in this energy that is a little bit mirrored between you. I feel like there's a part of you that is really regretting that things didn't go the way you wanted them to. You're regretting that this person didn't become this King of Cups version of themselves that you always saw them being. And while I understand that, it's actually clogging your headspace is what they're showing me. And they're bringing me back to that hanged man in my mind's eye. So, like, I feel like this collective, not only do you need to let go of this person, this connection, and the idea of being with them, but you need to kind of be open to the truth is what they're showing me. Because I feel like this influence is actually blocking something real from manifesting in your life. This person was brought into your life to help you to trust your intuition, to help you to see beyond your ego. And honestly, for a lot of you, it opened up another wound. So with this 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords being right next to each other, I feel like this person was pretty manipulative in the past, which makes sense because I literally thought their energy was better than it was until the rest of the cards came out. So it's like I was saying, like, this person's deluded sense of self has actually caused you to have kind of a similar vibration towards them. I don't feel like they have the best intentions, honestly. Which is interesting because the first pile, the person had pure intentions. The second pile, the person had, like, neutral intentions. And this one, this person, no. I did just hear the term ain't shit, so, like, for some of you, that it's time to come to terms with the fact that this person really isn't worth it. And I feel like this is a big reason why. Like, this person has some severe darkness to them. And they're very manipulative. I'm also hearing the term narcissistic. So this person could either be an actual narcissist or they have some serious characteristics of that. They're also showing me, like, what is that term technically about, like, when a narcissist will have, like, a supply. Thank you. Spirit, like a narcissistic supply. So, like, this person has multiple women or men feeding into their ego because they don't know how to be alone, and 2, they have such low self-esteem and such low self-value that they need other people to feed that in them. Honestly, I don't know what happened between y'all, but this person's kind of mad at you is what I'm seeing. And I feel like they're mad at you because you reflect this shit back to them. Like, it's for a lot of you, I feel like you didn't even really do anything. You just reflected this 10 of Swords and this 3 of Swords back to this person's face, and they didn't like that. Because, like, this collective didn't feed into their ego. They didn't feed into the bullshit, is what I just heard. And, like, that really triggered whoever this was. Honestly, for some of you, I feel like this person has you blocked. And if they don't have you blocked, like, I wouldn't be shocked if it happened soon. Because you called them on this influence. You called them on the energy that, like, they weren't facing. You called them on the darker elements of their shadow. And, like, I'm telling y'all, this person's delusional is, like, AF. Like, I'm hearing, like, to the point where, like, if you post something online, like, let's say you post a Snapchat story and, like, excuse me, confirmation to what I'm about to say. Let's say you post a Snapchat story and you use a song that you like. Okay. Excuse me, if you post it, this person's gonna immediately think that you're throwing shade at them or that it's about them. Like, this individual literally thinks everything you post on the internet is about them. And I tweeted about this once. Could you imagine being that narcissistic that you think everything someone posts is about you? Like, what? What is the song? Pretty Little Poison by Warren Zevers. I feel like this person, like, in the past, they tried to act very strategically in the connection that they share with you. And what's kind of interesting to me is I feel like they thought they got away with something here. Like, they felt like I'm hearing the term, like, getting away with murder. Like, this person really thought they pulled the wool over your eyes. They thought honestly, this person could have, like, a humiliation kink, I am hearing. But this person really thought they got away with something, and I feel like the irony is the karma that they're starting to receive because this collective is letting go. So, like, the more you release this individual, the more you let go of what happened, the more you realize that this person was probably never right for you in the first place, the more balance you find within yourself, the more you go after what you want, the more moderation you bring into your life, the more harmony you're attracting, and the more karma this person's starting to receive. Because one of the interesting things is if you look at this card's imagery, he's, like, crying. Some of you, this person could have a face tattoo. It could be a teardrop. There is a significance to that. Like, there's a message behind those tattoos. If you want to look them up, that's up to you. This person's into some pretty dark shit is honestly what I'm picking up on. Like, I feel like this person also, like I was saying, like, they mask how they really feel. So, like, if you look at this imagery, like, the King of Cups is very open normally. He's very compassionate. He's very understanding. He's very nurturing. But if you look at this card's imagery, it looks look at how sad he looks. there's something about that being really significant that I feel like this collective is recognizing. Like, this person has so much sadness within them that they're not facing. Something about having blue eyes could be of importance. And I feel like this collective, like, I'm hearing on the come up, like, you're starting to step into a really powerful energy within yourself. You're attracting things towards you that are abundant and prosperous and, like, meant to be a part of your life. And this person no longer has control. They no longer have power over you. They no longer have a hold, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like part of the reason why is because you're breaking free from this for a lot of you. And this could have been a cycle you were stuck in for quite some time with this individual. Yeah, I feel like they have a serious alcohol addiction that they're not acknowledging or facing. Something about spiders could be important. And, like, I think it's intriguing, too, that this 10 of Swords and 3 of Swords are clarifying each other. So, like, this person, I'm telling you guys, like, they bring a lot of pain to people's lives. And, like, for some of you, it was never really that deep between the two of you, so you didn't quite feel this kind of level. But, like, for some of you, you did. Take it however it resonates. Something about March could be of significance. Like, maybe the month of March, you're going to see some clarity pertaining to this relationship, or, like, you're going to see the truth. I don't know. Regardless, I feel like this person holds on to a lot of heartbreak. They hold on to a lot of grief. They hold on to a lot of, like, hurt. And there's some deep core wounding in this individual that they're refusing to acknowledge that causes them to have a lot of, like, the deceptive energy here. There's a really big emphasis on some sort of a betrayal in this energy because of the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So for some of you, maybe this person betrayed you, or you did to them, or they're holding on to something like that from the past. Take it however it resonates. But I feel like you're shifting. This is interesting energy here, too, because, like, not only are you finding more balance and more harmony, not only are you attracting more abundance to your life, for some of you, there's an opportunity coming towards you in your career or in your finances, okay? But what I find really interesting is I feel like part of the reason that things never really went the way that this person wanted with you is because, one, they couldn't control you, is what I'm hearing. Like, point blank period, this person tries to use control as a method to, like, manipulate, and it never worked on you. And 2, I feel like anytime this person tried to manipulate you, they tried to pull the wool over your eyes, they were deceptive, or they did something shady like the 7 of Swords energy implies, you called them out on it with this Hierophant. I feel like you pushed back at it. You would, like, poke it. You would be like, oh, but really, I think that you mean this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the example they're showing me is this person could, like, make something up out of thin air, like, make up a lie. They're just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then you're just like, but actually... Like, is what I'm seeing. Like, you would kind of, like, punk this person, and I feel like you bruised this individual's ego hella hard. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, part of the reasons that this person is still kind of attached to this collective is because, like, they feel like they have something to prove. It's not healthy. It very much is giving the energy of, like, you poked at this person's ego, so now they want to hurt you. I don't like it. I feel like you have gained freedom from this situation, and the more you do that, the more harmony is coming into your life. What's kind of interesting to me, too, is I feel like you and this person have very different values or, like, personal beliefs when it comes to the world. So the influence that they're actually showing me is, like, the LGBTQ community. Maybe you view that as something that's welcomed and you're open about it. And maybe this person's really closed off about it. Specifically, they're showing me, like, transgendered rights. There is a fundamental shift between the two of you when it involves that, okay? The other thing I'm seeing is, like, this person would come into your life and create a lot of blockages. I feel like, and there might have been a lot of passion in this energy. Maybe this is someone you had, like, a strictly actual connection with. I'm hearing the term destiny swap, so this person would try to, like, swap destinies with you. They would try to take something from you. I don't know. This could be an energy vampire, to be quite honest. But I feel like this person, their energy is so scattered and so unbalanced, and they make such hasty decisions that not only do they create frustration and delays in their own life, but they do that to anyone around them. So I feel like every time you would get close to whatever achievements you've been trying to get with this Ace of Pentacles specifically, every time you would get close to it, this person's presence would take that away. We do have the relationship connecting card here. So, like, for some of you, this person's been trying to block you from falling in love. They've been trying to block you from having love come into your life. Especially, like, if one of the other piles resonated with you. I'm seeing that, like, honestly, even if it didn't, like, I'm just seeing that this person tries to stand in the way of a spiritual connection that you have with someone. They could even be trying to manipulate the energy into making you think that, like, they're your person, when in reality, they're not. Okay, like, not even a little bit is what I'm hearing. Something about a beagle could be significant. Yeah, your intuition has always known this, okay? Like, your intuition has always had this, like, inner knowing about this dynamic. And, like, The unfortunate truth is I do feel like this is a soulmate for this collective, but I feel like this is a soulmate that's never going to grow up. This is a soulmate that's never going to change because they have free will, right? And I feel like even though you and this person do have some sort of a spiritual bond, and they know that as much as you do, they're never going to shift out of what they need to shift out of. They're never going to face their darkness. They're never going to go inward and do the work that's required of them. And I feel like this is something this collective knows. I also see that there's some sort of foundation being built within yourself. Or even a new connection that you could be manifesting, or one that's going to be coming forward. What intentions does this person have in pile 3's life, please, Spirit? Spirit's just encouraging you to go after what makes you happy. Chase your bliss is what I just heard. Interesting. We have love and strong affection. So for some of you, this is a really like back and forth kind of an energy. And now I'm hearing the term like love and hate. So like this person has some love for you, but they also kind of hate you. And I feel like it's because one, this individual has some shit they need to face. Like I'm not gonna like, that was definitely accurate. But the other side of this is I feel like this person wants you. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like this person knows that to be with you, they have to change. But like this person's not ready to change. So they're very back and forth with how they feel. I do feel like this person's a bit of a secret admirer, but they're also quite shy. There's some sort of gamble here. This person actually might take the risk towards you. Trust your gut, is what I just heard. Yeah, there could be some unfinished business in the energy between y'all. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. Interesting. We have ex-lover, old spark. Whole inner growth. Signs, meanings, love, synchronicities, single and not in a relationship. Honestly, for some of you, like I'm seeing a split down the middle in this collective. For some of you, this person's healing. And the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords is representative of them doing the internal work. For others of you, this person is never going to change. And it's up to you to determine which side of this you land on. At this moment in time, though, I don't feel this person has great intentions towards this collective. I feel like they're very much still in this like party, have fun life style or mindset. However, I do feel like this collective's focus needs to be on inner growth right now. Yeah, there's some sort of fear holding this back. This person could be caught up in like a family situation, or there could be something surrounding that that's important. I don't know, take it however it resonates, but it's an interesting energy. It's very back and forth. I feel like, honestly, this person's very wishy-washy because they don't really know what they want here. Like, on one hand, they want you, but on the other hand, they don't. Because they know they have to work for you, is what I'm hearing. And they're bringing me back to what I said about, like, someone who has, like, a narcissistic supply. So this person doesn't, honestly, for some of you, this person's probably very good-looking, and, like, they don't normally have to work to get their relationships. But it's interesting. Yeah, they want to, like, build a foundation with you. Honestly, for some of you, it's, like, again, like, these are collective, so you're going to need to take it how it resonates and how it fits for you. But, like, this is going to take time. And I feel like that's part of the blockage here is this person's not willing to put that time in right now. Yeah, because they're really immature. But I feel like if you choose to invest in a connection with this person in the future, this is something that you need to, like, build a foundation in, okay? Yeah, weird. This person might even want to start a family with you. There could be a third party involved that's trying to, like, manipulate the energy here as well. Take it how it resonates. We do have planning for the future. I feel like this collective, like, your focus needs to be more on your growth and, like, your path in life. Some of you, this was really confusing. You might want to go watch one of the other piles, okay? And whoever you're asking about might just be stuck in a toxic cycle right now. Like, as we got the trapped emotions card out here, like, this person's really immature. And I feel like they're currently dealing with some sort of a third-party connection that is causing them to have to face some of their darkness. We do have the Twin Flame card coming out. Please remember that's just a title. There is a beautiful energy here, like a beautiful potential. I honestly feel such a love-hate energy from this person towards this collective. And for a lot of you, it's because you don't tolerate their bullshit. You call them out and they don't like that. But I do also see they love it. Like, it's so weird. We have romance blooming and an affair at the bottom of the deck. This person could be caught up in a third-party connection right now, and that's why the energy's so weird. I feel like you need to be very mindful and cautious with this individual. I also did just hear they're not who you think they are, whatever that means. There could be telepathy between y'all. This person could be communicating with you telepathically, trying to show you the truth, is what I'm hearing. We do have you talk a lot of shit, so be mindful of that. Everything you put into the universe is going to come back to you in threefold. Interesting. We also have it's time for union, 11-11. Spices and herbs for healing. Okay, man, I don't even know at this point. We have stargazing. You and this person might have done that before. Honestly, for some of y'all, like, there could be a third party trying to manipulate the energy between the two of you, and it's made it really confusing. And, like, I feel like you know who this person is at your core, and whatever you feel in your gut, you need to trust that. And, like, for some of you, I'm actually hearing everything we've talked about is how this karmic views this person, because that's how this person has treated them. Whereas, like, with you, it might have been different. Now, that's not for everybody. Please don't attach to that. And, like, ultimately, always trust your gut. I feel like, yeah, for some of you, this person is coming at you in a spicy way because you're about to upgrade. So for some of you, everything we've talked about is accurate as AF. But this person's going to come at you trying to score some ass because they can feel that you're in the process of a level up and an upgrade, and you're coming into union with someone completely different. For some of you, this person's trying to stand in the way of your path in life. Yeah, this is just a sexual connection. That's what I thought. Like, but I feel like because of how manipulative this energy is and how manipulative this person is, there is this aspect where you almost fall into their bullshit, is what I'm hearing. Trust your gut. There could be some sort of a euphoric experience coming forward for this collective that's going to make all of this known, is what I just heard. Spirit saying it's time to get out of your shell. Okay, this person's going to come to you on some I miss you-ish, but it's just to try and get in your pants so they can latch back into your energy. Do not fall for their bullshit, is what I just heard, because I feel like this person's going to promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars, but they're not going to give it to you. And I'm going to go back to my original assessment that I don't feel this person has authentic energy, and I don't feel they have pure intentions. So you need to trust your gut, okay? Anyway, that's what I have for this group. I hope that helps. I know that was really confusing. Maybe go watch another pile, and I love y'all.